I always say less as more, like, right? The more my life, the more of my life that I remove, the more space I give to God, right? The more full my life becomes, I find myself a little bit more stretched, right? And so what happens is we have so much on our plates that about time we get to God, we full. We're tired, we're full. By the time we even get to the main course, it's crazy. We'll eat the dessert first before the main dish. We eat something that's only going to make us feel full versus actually being full. And what helps me, because I can be honest, there be times where I have to pull myself back because I make my life full. Right? Starting programs, writing projects, writing programs and stuff, I had to really realize, okay, I got to make time to keep passion going. Like I always tell people, when the fire begins to wane, you got to add a log to it. Log says, you know what, in order for me to stay warm in this relationship with God, I got to add more to it. And what helps me is saying, you know what, God, I'm going to make time, because I tell people, you're not really sleepy. You're demonically sleepy. Demonically distracted. Oh, spend time with God. You remember everything you forgot that day. You remember, you be like, oh, I gotta go to Harris Teeter. Oh, I gotta go here. Oh, I knew I should have got eggs. Oh, everything they be like, oh, yeah. Remember. Oh, yeah. They don't tell you when you need to know. You went to Harris Teeter, went through, you forgot. You driving home and you feel Tasha Cobbs. You put the music on. And you about to worship, about to pray. But you remember everything that you've forgotten when you begin to press towards God. And all of a sudden, I'll be like this. I'll be like, as soon as I open my Bible, it's often I get tired of the biggest yawn. The sheets just, I'm like, how did my sheets get cool? why everything so comfortable now? You know what I'm saying? They know, let's make them tired. But I tell you, we all have a 30-second window to either say, I'm aware of what's going on and I'm going to press through anyway. Soon as you press through, you broke through. That's why we got to say, you know what? I got to make sure that I don't confuse natural with spiritual. What keeps me passionate is my why. Why am I even following God? My why defines why I'm even in this thing. My why says the reason why I'm pursuing this thing because, I have a why. When I see those kids every day, they motivate me. They get on my nerves sometimes, but they motivate me. They make whatever, but there's a why. Where there's no why, there's no progression. When you have a why, God, every one of us should ask the question, God, or you got to ask yourself, why do I even love God? That should be our homework. Let's write an essay on why I love God. You don't got to turn it in. But all you got to do, because you leave it to me, I ain't going to read them. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to do my best. But boy, this thing goes. But you got to write a paragraph. God's going to be like, you know what? Your homework for this weekend is to ask yourself why you love me. When you actually write it down, type it up, it's from your heart. If you don't have a lot to say, then you don't have a lot within. But if you write it down, don't be superficial. Be honest with this essay. Just say, God, why do I even love you? When you find out why you love him, you'll be able to say, you know what? I can do this a long time. But the devil just cares about when, where, how. When people, that's powerful. When people look at the when, the where, and the how, and not the who and the why, they're easily drifted off. They're easily distracted. But when you know the who and the why, and let him take care of the when, the where, and the how, your relationship becomes stronger. When 95% of your life is consumed with the who and the why, and the rest is in the hands of God for the where, the when, and the how, the reason why we're distracted from God is because we're so caught up on when are we going to get married, where the wedding going to be, and how it's going to happen. When is my moment, where it's going to happen, and how it's going. When you so consumed about how provision comes versus the provider, you'll miss the opportunity of developing a passionate relationship with God. That's how I would say every time I get drifted, it's because I'm thinking about the when, I'm thinking about the where, and I'm thinking about the how. But my joy is full the most when I'm consumed with the who and the why. Did that help? Who, why, when, where, and how. That's what messes a lot of us up. We think about the when, the where, and the how, and we don't take time to ask God why and who are you. Any other questions?